Okay, good morning, you all of you once again. So let's start for the today's review. Okay, have you all started revising the topics which I given to you yesterday? Chandrasekhar,
Yes, sir.
did you did you finish the topics which I given to you yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Okay, check. What about you, Naveen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm able to finish.
You are able to finish. Fine, Rupali.
Yes, sir.
Check, Yasmin.
Yes, sir. नॉन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल के 2-3 बॉडीज रह गए हैं, सिर्फ बाकी हुआ.
ठीक है तो so this speed is okay, right? Like one subject in a week is okay, or you want to keep like 10 days for one subject? Because how many days are left now for the prelims exam?
No, sir. Okay.
As per the what you can say the 4th October date. So how many days are left now for the prelims exam? Yes, Sonali, do you know how many days are left now?
74 days, sir.
74 days.
And 73, sorry. 73 days.
73 days. ठीक है चलिए. Okay. ठीक है. So what about you, Zainab? Are you able to like finish the topics which I'm giving to you every day to watch and to study?
Yes, sir.
You are able to do that. Fine. No problem.
Yes, sir.
ठीक. Sure. Sonali, am I audible to you? Can you hear me? Hello, Sonali, माझा आवाज ऐकू येते का तुला? Okay. Which link all of you have used to join with me? Because others are not joining. So, is there any problem joining the session? Okay, chaliye. So let's go for the doubts. If you have any doubt for the yesterday's, what you can say on the topics which you have already read, right? Yes, Yasmin, you had a doubt on a subject, right?
Yes, sir. वो जागरण जोश से मैं पढ़ रही थी तो मैंने स्क्रीनशॉट मार के भेजा है व्हाट्सएप.
हाँ तो आपको जो भी रिवीजन से रिलेटेड जो भी डाउट्स आएंगे ना तो मेक श्योर दैट यू आर पुटिंग इट ऑन द रिवीजन बैच ग्रुप एंड नॉट ऑन द रेगुलर बैच. Fine. So because it would be very easy for me to.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
Okay, no problem. So yes, you have sent one screenshot when mentioned that is some candidates fight election from 2 seats. So it is the need of the art that makes it compulsory for the candidates to pay the expenses occurred on the election of their second constituency. Okay, fine. So what happens that right now in the election, what you can say the rules and the election law, a candidate is allowed to contest what you can say at 2 constituencies at a time. Like if when elections are being conducted, so a candidates can file nomination for the election of the MPs for MP in the Lok Sabha in 2 constituencies at a time. So you can contest 2 constituencies at a time. But sometimes what happens is the candidates get elected in 2 constituencies at a time. Like for example, in 2014 general election, Narendra Modi has contested election both in Varanasi as well as in I guess Vadodara in Gujarat. So he won the election in both the constituencies. So obviously a person cannot be a member of 2 Lok Sabha constituencies at a time. So he has to resign from 1 Lok Sabha constituencies so that he can represent only 1 Lok Sabha constituencies, right? So that is the reason we know that when a member who wins election at 2 places, he has to what we can say resign from 1 place so that can be represented by another what we can say the person as a MP. So obviously the expenses which is going to be what we can say incurred again for re-election in that what we can say the Lok Sabha constituency shall be what we can say compensated from the candidates who is trying to contest the election in what we can say the 2 constituency. That is what is demanded there, right? But anyways, it is again not a plausible demand. But yes, this is one of the important. And otherwise, what should be done? That a member should be allowed to contest only at 1 constituency rather than what we can say contesting at the what you can say the 2 constituencies. Fine. So, Samaj so Yasmin, what is that issue? That because we know that many people join, many people what we can say contest the election at the 2 Lok Sabha constituencies at a time. And so it is a kind of what you can say the extra what you can say the expenses. It is a kind of extra what you can say the money we have to lose, or what you can say, use it, because once a person elected twice, like 2 times, what you can say, at 2 constituencies, then he has to resign at 1 constituency. He cannot remain MP for 2 constituencies. So वहां वापस से election लेना होता है, again a by election or what you can say re-election is conducted from he has what you can say resigned. तो वहां के जो भी expenses होंगे वो वापस से गवर्नमेंट के लिए खर्चा होता है. तो that is what is mentioned here, that as a part of electoral reforms we should not allow either a person to contest election at 2 places, or we should be taken the expenses incurred for the second constituency from the candidate who is what you can say contesting the election, you can say from the 2 constituencies, right? Yes, Chandrasekhar,
Yes,
can you please unmute yourself? We are getting some background noise from your end. Yes, any other
Sir.
doubt for the yesterday's topics? Yes, Chandrasekhar.
Sir, can you explain some relationship between Election Commission, Bipole election, and People's Representation Act, sir?
Bipole election, bipoles means what? Bipole means what? We know that what is the normal, what you can say, the tenure of the Lok Sabha. What is the tenure of the Lok Sabha? Actually, when you say that the tenure of the time period for the MP is 5 years, actually it is not the time period for MP, it is actually a tenure of the Lok Sabha, right? So Lok Sabha is normally constituted for the what you can say for the 5 years, and suppose in between, before the Lok Sabha term is what you can say completed, suppose if there is a vacancy in that Lok Sabha constituency, it may be due to resignation, or it may be due to what you can say the death of the MP, or it may be due to what you can say the disqualification of MP. The elections are conducted again for that one particular what you can say constituency. So that is what is called as bipoles. What it bipoles means what? The elections which are not conducted during the general election. General election means what? After every 5 years on all the 545 constituencies, the elections are conducted. They are called as general election. But in between, suppose if there is a vacancy of the Lok Sabha constituency due to any reason, maybe due to resignation, maybe due to disqualification, or maybe due to the death of the MP who is representing that particular constituency, then an election is conducted again in the middle of the term, and these are called as bipole elections. And these bipole elections are also conducted by the Election Commission of India. They have the what you can say they have the discretionary power to declare when to conduct that elections, right? So we can see that in last year we have seen that there was one question which mentioned that the elections and the schedule of the elections and the conduction of the election is declared by the Union Home Ministry. So the statement is correct or wrong, that question has been asked. So whether this statement is correct or wrong, whether the schedule of the election and at the same time what you can say the manner of the conduction of the election, is it decided by the Union Home Ministry, or it is decided by the Election Commission of India, that when the election should be conducted in India and when situation it should be conducted, whether it should be postponed or not, whether it should be conducted on time or not. It is decided by the Election Commission of India, right? So the statement which was given, it was wrong.
Yes,
right? So I am saying that in last 2-3 years continuously there has been what we can say the questions being asked about the process of election in India, and that is why I have asked you to read 11th standard constitution at work, Indian constitution at work, in which they have mentioned they have what you can say discussed in detail about how the elections are conducted in India and what is the role played by the Election Commission of India in conducting the elections.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Naveen. Each CAG has the judicial power to prosecute during audit and accounting. No, CAG do not have any judicial power. CAG has just a responsibility of auditing the accounts of the union government, state government, and all public sector undertakings. And the CAG can only submit the report. So that report of the CAG is submitted to the President of India, who in turn, that President of India lays it before the Parliament of India for the parliamentary scrutiny. That we have seen that in parliamentary democracy, the members of parliament do ask questions to the government, to the executive, and there are various ways, there are various sources through which the opposition party or the member of parliament can question the government about what I can say its action. So CAG report, in which the audit of the government's what you can say the expenditure, the audit of the government's what you can say the activities are what you can say created. So that report is what you can say studied by the member of parliament, and with the help of the report submitted by the CAG, the member of parliament can ask questions to the government of India. So many times it says that ki CAG who gives a report or who submits a report to the president, which is again given to all the members of the parliament, they take the help of the CAG report to question the government, to what you can say held accountable to the government and to held answerable to the government. That is why sometimes CAG is also called as the friend of the parliament, because the CAG report can act as a, what you can say, the guide to the member of parliament to ask the question to the government or the executive. Got it, Navin? So CAG report is not what you
Yes.
can say, it cannot be what you can say the CAG has do not have the judicial power, or it do not have what you can say the inquiry power. But yes, the reports of the CAG, whatever the findings of the CAGs are there, that can be used as a, what we can say, the evidence in the court if the case is filed against the government. Yes, this question was asked. The statement was given in 2015 prelims, I guess, where the statement was that the report of the CAG can be used as evidence in the court of law or not. So the statement is correct. The report can be taken as the evidence, but CAG itself do not have the judiciary power to give a judgment. That report can be taken and can be put in front of the court. Then court will decide whether the report is what you can say correct or not, and then on that basis of the report, the judiciary can give the judgment about the report. But CAG cannot give the judgment by itself. Fine, Naveen, is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's clear.
Anything else? Yeah. Anything else, Naveen, from your end?
No, sir. That's it.
Okay.
Now.
फाइन, ठीक है। यास्मीन, और कुछ डाउट है आपको जो कल पढ़े हैं उसमें से? Am I audible to you, Yasmin?
No, sir. No, sir.
Fine, ठीक है। What about you, Zainab? Do you have any doubts for yesterday's topics which I have given to you?
So there is one question of last year I have to ask. It is not from yesterday's topic, but
okay, no problem. Yeah, just read out the question. You can read it out, or if you want, if you have a soft copy, yeah. Or if you have a soft copy, you can share it on the screen so that we can see it, like all of them can see it together. If you could share, just share it. Otherwise, if you can just read it out, just read it.
So there is only one statement in which I have doubt, that is ministers hold office till they enjoy confidence in the parliament.
Yeah.
So, sir, don't they, like Council of Ministers are responsible to Lok Sabha,
right.
But in Parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha both are included. So, will this statement is given right?
So you mean to say that this statement is wrong? Means you mean to say that Council of Minister, Council of Minister is not responsible to the Rajya Sabha? Okay, can you read the statement again?
Confidence in
can you read the statement again?
Ministers hold the confidence till they enjoy Ministers hold the office till they enjoy confidence in the parliament.
Yes. Yeah, because both Rajya Sabha as well as Lok Sabha, they ask questions to the government. Like, do you know that sometimes our Prime Minister, our Council of Minister goes into the Rajya Sabha and they give answer to the member of Rajya Sabha as well. Right? Yes, it's true that till the, what you can say, majority is there in the Lok Sabha, the government is there. But it doesn't mean that the Council of Ministers is not answerable or not responsible to the Rajya Sabha. So the Council of Ministers is accountable to what you can say both Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha. But yes, of course, the trust motion can be passed only in Lok Sabha, not in Rajya Sabha. So even if they do not have the majority in the Rajya Sabha, the government can carry on their business. But it doesn't mean that they are not responsible to the Rajya Sabha. They are responsible to both Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha, and that is why Parliament as a whole.
Okay, sir.
Fine. Check. Okay. Anything else? Yes, Manish. Have you finished the topic which I given to you yesterday?
Yesterday's is not done, but previous to that is done.
previous years done. Okay, make sure, because what I am planning, because in 70 days every week I will be giving some topics. If you do not finish your like basic topics, so you may not get time for finishing the current affairs, because current affairs is a very important, what you can say, the aspect. So I want finish you to I want you to finish the basic topics as early as possible, so that we can go to the current issues. We can go to the current issues of economy, current issues of science and tech. We can go to the current issues of environmental, what you can say, the issues at the international level as at the national level. So if you finish the basic topic as early as possible, so that I will get a time for to discuss with you in the current affairs, because in current affairs I'm going to, what you can say, teach to you all the current issues. Fine. Why I am asking you to read the basic topics on yourself, because you have already read all these topics, and I want you to finish it as early as possible. Because if I, what you can say, teach all the subjects, then we may not be able to finish the revision within the, what you can say, the what you can say, the available time. So that is why I'm asking you to finish the basic topics as early as possible, so that we can go to the last 2-3 weeks. I will be focusing more on the current topics from science and tech, from economy, from environment, and also from some political issues. Okay, Manish? So try to make it, right?
Yes.
So and don't worry, I'm going to cover all the topics of the prelims exam, all the topics, like on all the questions which are being asked by the UPSC in the prelims exam. I'm going to cover all the topics within these 70-80 days. Okay? Yes, Pramod, you have any doubt?
सर ते हॅलो
हा बोल प्रमोद, ऐकू येतोय तुझा आवाज.
सर, गव्हर्नमेंट फॉर्म करण्यासाठी जेव्हा अलायन्स निर्माण केली जाते, सर अलायन्स जेव्हा काढून घेतली जाते, तेव्हा सर गव्हर्नमेंट कोसळण्याचे चान्सेस असतात किंवा कोसळलेले एक्झाम्पल पण आहेत सर. पण नो कॉन्फिडन्स पास केल्यामुळे कधी गव्हर्नमेंटला राजीनामा म्हणजे रिझाईन केल्याचं एक्झाम्पल आहे?
आहे. Atal Bihari Vajpayee has lost the government by losing a, not what you can say, by losing a trust motion. So when Atal Bihari Vajpayee became the Prime Minister of India for the first time, his government lasted only for 13 days, right? So what has happened, that I guess it has happened in 1997. So in 1997 elections were conducted and no political party has got a majority in the Lok Sabha. But since BJP was the largest political party which has got the largest number of MPs, the President of India, as per the precedents, called him to establish the government, and he was asked to prove the majority on the floor of House. So when Atal Bihari Vajpayee has taken as a, what you can say, oath of the Prime Minister, and when he went to the Parliament and he tried to, what you can say, prove his majority, he could not do so, and that is why he lost the government. And then other political parties have tried to create an alliance, and they have created, what you can say, a government, like under the leadership of I guess H.D. Deve Gowda. And for some times H.D. Deve Gowda was the Prime Minister, but again there were differences among the alliances, among, what you can say, the political parties who have come together to form the government. And again when the alliances or when the other political parties have supported H.D. Deve government, and when they have removed their support, the government collapsed again. So this happens, like even during, what you can say, do you know, during Atal Bihari Vajpayee's time, Jayalalitha's political party, that is All India Dravid Munnetra Kazhagam, had supported the BJP government in the first NDA time. But when Jayalalitha has removed the support, when he, what you can say, taken the support out from the NDA government, the government has collapsed. So there are many examples when the alliance party have, what you can say, not supported the government, then the governments have collapsed. There are many examples, and most of these, what you can say, the such type of examples have happened in India from 1992 around 2002 till the, what you can say, a majority government was established in 2004 under the leadership of Manmohan Singh. सो त्या काळामध्ये, म्हणजे 1990 ते 2004 पर्यंत भारतामध्ये अशा बऱ्याचदा वेळेस घडलेलं आहे की सपोर्ट काढल्यामुळे केंद्र सरकार पडले, आणि राज्य सरकारामध्ये तर असे भरपूर एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत. There are ample of examples in the state governments where the alliance party has, what you can say, taken out the support, and where the government has collapsed due to the what you can say, due to not having majority in the houses. Fine, Pramod?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay. Yes, anything else, any other doubts? Ruhina, you are not reading, right? Okay, chaliye. Anyone else? Rupali, any doubts for the yesterday's topics?
Sir, we can use the report of the
information commission as a proof in the court?
No, yeah, you can use the information which you get as a right to information in the court. Yes, you can use it. But again, we know that the chief information commissioner or the information commissioner, they have some judicial powers. Like someone has asked me question whether the CAG has a judicial power or not. CAG do not have judicial power, but yes, information commission have some judicial power. They can, what you can say, penalize the information officer if they have not given information on time, and if they have not, what you can say, if they have given the information, what you can say, that wrong information, or what you can say, incomplete information. So in such situation, the information commissioners have the power to charge penalty on the information, what you can say, the officers. But information which is availed under the Right to Information Act, that can be used as the evidence in the court of law. That can be used if that information is liable to, what you can say, punishment. If it is liable to, what you can say, the violation of the any other laws, that can be used as a, what you can say, the evidence. Fine. Yes,
Okay,
Moin.
sir.
Yes, Moin.
सर पीएम केयर्स जो है वो राइट टू इन्फॉर्मेशन में क्यों नहीं आता सर?
Because PM Care is not a state, what you can say, the fund. PM Care fund is created by a charity organization and not as a, what you can say, the government fund. So right to information is applicable only to the government organizations and not to the, what you can say, the private organization, right? So PM Care fund is not created by the government. It is actually created as per the charity, what you can say, the law. So वो जो PM Care fund जो है वो गवर्नमेंट का फंड नहीं है, वो एक प्राइवेट ट्रस्ट का फंड है. So that is why the private organizations cannot be, what you can, the information cannot be asked about the private organizations under the Right to Information Act. So that is why PM Cares is not comes under the ambit of Right to Information Act.
Okay.
Sir, Attorney General is also not come under the ambit of information commission.
Information regarding the Attorney General of India. I guess it should come under the Right to Information Act, but I have to confirm it again. If there is any specific provision in the Right to Information Act.
Sir, Attorney General is not a government servant, no?
No, Attorney General is a part of the executive, right? Did you see that? What is the article number of the Attorney General of India?
Sir, it is 76 to 78.
76, right? So 76 article is it there in the executive chapter of the Constitution of India? Is it there in the article 76 is in the executive chapter of the Constitution of India, right? भारताच्या राज्यघटनेमध्ये काही chapters आहेत. So that Attorney General of India comes under the executive chapter of the Constitution of India. So that is why Attorney General of India is a part of the executive. So ideally it should come, but I don't know. I have to just check it out whether Attorney General of India comes under the Right to Information Act or not. I have to.
No, sir, it does not come.
हाँ, maybe अगर कुछ specific provision अगर बनाए गए हैं तो फिर शायद नहीं हो सकता है. But Attorney General is a part of the executive.
Okay, sir.
Because he is the government's law officer, right? He's a legal officer of the government. So that is why it comes under the what you can say, it comes under the government, right? Hello. हाँ बोल मनोज. Hello. Yes. Any other doubt, Rupali?
No, sir.
Check it. चलिए. Okay. What about you, Farhan? Farhan की तो आवाज नहीं आती है. Farhan is like no doubts. Farhan. Okay. Fine. You are reading all. You are reading all the topics which I'm giving to you. You are finishing the topics, Farhan. ठीक है. Sonali, any doubts?
No, sir.
Sir?
Yes. Yes, Bagisha.
सर लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन के लिए जैसे 10% का रिजर्वेशन था कि जो मेजोरिटी पार्टी है जिसके पास 10% का वो होगा
वही उसका ही सिर्फ लीडर ऑफ पोजीशन मार सकते हैं। तो जो अभी करंट टाइम के लिए टेन्योर के लिए हमने उसको हटा दिया, या फिर अब अगर क्वेश्चन आता है तो हम उसको मार्क करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे?
क्या
तो वो
करेंगे?
रूल
क्वेश्चन
एग्जिस्ट
क्या
करता
है?
है अभी?
क्वेश्चन क्या है? Like you frame a question so that I
जैसे
will give the
लीडर
answer.
ऑफ अपोजिशन राइट, वी आर हैविंग लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन राइट नाउ इन लोकसभा और नॉट?
मतलब अब अभी फिलहाल के लोकसभा में लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन को रिकॉग्नाइज किया गया है या नहीं किया गया, ऐसा स्टेटमेंट होगा तो शैल बी कंसीडर्ड एज अ करेक्ट और रॉन्ग, दैट्स व्हाट यू आर आस्किंग, राइट?
नो, आई एम आस्किंग इफ देयर इज एन लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन, तो फिर ये रूल कैंसिल हो जाता है कि जिस पार्टी के पास 10% एटलीस्ट सीट हो, क्योंकि इस टाइम तो किसी के पास है नहीं जो कि लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन बनेगा। और अगर लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन नहीं होगा तो कुछ पोस्ट जो है जैसे कि लोकायुक्त वाले जो भी है जिसमें लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन की जरूरत होती है, करंट के लिए अगर हमने प्रोविजन डाला है तो इसका मतलब तो यही बोला सर कि जो रूल है दैट इज समहाउ डिस्टर्ब, और फिर हमने एक टेम्पररी प्रोविजन ऐड कर दिया फिलहाल के लिए। तो अगर फिर आप यही कहेंगे कि वो एम्बिगुअस क्वेश्चन है, वो नहीं आएगा, वो एक अलग चीज है। लेकिन
ठीक
मैं
है,
पूछना चाह रही हूँ कि वो
ऐसे
रूल
नहीं है,
एग्जिस्ट करता है या नहीं करता?
मैं ऐसे नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि डिपेंड करता है कि क्वेश्चन क्या फ्रेम किया गया है, कैसे फ्रेम किया गया है, और स्टेटमेंट कैसे फ्रेम की गई, उस पर डिपेंड करता है। नाउ आई आस्क यू टू फ्रेम अ क्वेश्चन बट यू आर टेलिंग मी द इंफॉर्मेशन, but I will frame a question on the topic which you are giving it to me. Like suppose if the question is like, consider the following statements regarding the leader of opposition as a leader of opposition in India. Got it? क्वेश्चन कैसे होगा? कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स रिगार्डिंग द लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन। अब एक चीज इसमें ध्यान में रखना, एक ये चीज ये है कि लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन ये जो कंसेप्ट है ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल पोस्ट नहीं है, बिकॉज हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन का ऐसा कोई कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कोई पोस्ट बनाया नहीं गया है। बट एज वी ऑल नो दैट कि पार्लियामेंट का फंक्शन कैसे होना चाहिए, पार्लियामेंट के फंक्शंस के रूल्स कैसे होने चाहिए, क्या होने चाहिए, यह खुद पार्लियामेंट तय करता है। And as per that power which has been given to the Parliament of India, the Parliament of India has decided that when a leader of opposition should be given to opposition parties and when it should not be given. So in 1956, a general rule was created by the Parliament, not by the Constitution, by the Parliament themselves. So what was that rule? That whenever a political party receives a 10% of what you can say the membership, then they shall be given up what you can say recognition as a opposition party, and the leader of that opposition party should be given what you can say the post of leader of opposition in parliament, right? That is what is the provision. So agar question aise frame kiya jayega कि consider the following statements regarding the leader of opposition which is recognized in India. First statement that कि leader of opposition can be given only to the political party which has got 30% of the total membership. ये पहला statement होगा। ये स्टेटमेंट सही है रॉन्ग है आपको बताना है। सेकंड स्टेटमेंट होगा कि इन द करंट लोकसभा, दैट इज इन द 16th लोकसभा, राइट? अभी फिलहाल का लोकसभा 16th है, एम आई राइट? इज इट द 16th लोकसभा और 17th लोकसभा?
Yes, sir, 16th
है। सो अगर सब ऐसे होता है कि इन द करंट, दैट इज इन द करंट 16th लोकसभा, सो देयर इज नो लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन what I can say recognized, or no political party has got 10% of the 10% of the total membership which should be there, right? That is 70th. Okay, fine. So that is वो statement होगा। अब जैसे आपने लास्ट में मुझे बताया था कि you are talking about that there are certain what you can say the अपॉइंटमेंट बॉडीज, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल लोकायुक्त के अगर अपॉइंटमेंट करना है तो उसमें जो मेंबर्स होते हैं दैट मेंबरशिप दैट द मेंबर ऑफ द अपॉइंटमेंट बॉडी ऑफ द लोकायुक्त शुड कंसिस्ट द लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन। बट अभी फिलहाल तो लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन नहीं है, फिर उसका काम कैसे चलेगा उस बॉडी का? So for that purpose, what our government has done, कि although they have not recognized any political party as a opposition party and as any MP as a leader of opposition, but जिस political party का number ज्यादा है उस political party का जो leader है उसको उस body पे लिया गया है, so that the functioning of the what you can say the functioning of that appointment body shall be what you can say carried out, right? So last statement ऐसे हो सकता है कि although there is no leader of opposition in the leader of opposition is recognized in the Lok Sabha, but the largest party member is appointed as a member in the Lokayukta appointment body. ऐसे statement आ सकता है। तो इस statement में
yes sir, तो फिर हम इसको करेक्ट मार्क करेंगे।
Yes, ऐसे क्लियरली पूरा लिखा होना चाहिए कि although there is no leader of opposition in the 17th Lok Sabha, but the leader of the largest party is appointed as a member of what you can say the लोकायुक्त appointment body. इस पूरा लिखा होना चाहिए. You have that you know, whenever the UPSC frames the questions, whenever the UPSC frames the statement, it makes everything what you can say in clear cut, what you can say the statement. They don't keep any ambiguity. मैंने ऐसे नहीं कहा कि क्वेश्चन ऐसे नहीं आएगा, बट क्वेश्चन जो फ्रेम किया जाता है वो फ्रेम एम्बिगुअस तरीके से नहीं होता है. सो लेट उस स्टेटमेंट पे पूरा क्लियर तरीके से बताया गया था कि दिस इज द सिचुएशन. गॉट इट बगीशा?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, Zainab.
सर उसी सेम क्वेश्चन में मुझे फिर से डाउट है. सर अगर like ministers do not enjoy confidence in Rajya Sabha, they'll still hold the office now.
Yeah, they still hold the office. Suppose, yeah, see, they'll not enjoy the see, there are two things. One is having the confidence, and second thing is what you can say like having the majority. That is the two things. So yes, if there is no confidence in the Rajya Sabha, yes, they still holds the office. Means the minister cannot be removed if they do not have the what you can say the what you can say the confidence of the Rajya Sabha. और एक चीज इसमें ये है कि ये जो no confidence motion जो होता है जैनब, वो राज्यसभा में इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं किया जा सकता, वो सिर्फ लोकसभा में ही किया जा सकता. ठीक है. बट एनीवेज अगर ऐसे यस, बट अगर ऐसे है जैसे कि इससे रिलेटेड एक क्वेश्चन पूछा गया था. आई विल टेल यू वन थिंग, लाइक इन 2016 प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम द स्टेटमेंट ऐसे आया था कि द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर होल्ड्स द ऑफिस टिल दे एंजॉय द कॉन्फिडेंस ऑफ लोकसभा ओनली. द स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट और रॉन्ग? दैट वाज द आस्क. सो लोकसभा, सो द स्टेटमेंट वाज करेक्ट एक्चुअली.
सर पर अगर पार्लियामेंट की जिसने बात करी थी तो सर वो कह रही है कि पार्लियामेंट तो जैसे हम जो आर्टिकल पढ़ते हैं ना जब 75(3) तो हम यही तो उसमें बोलते हैं
लोकसभा मेंशन किया गया.
काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स आर रिस्पांसिबल टू द हाउस ऑफ पीपल व्हिच इज लोकसभा ओनली.
यस यस यस, या आर्टिकल कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में वही लिखा है, वहां पे लोकसभा लिखा है, वहां पे पार्लियामेंट नहीं लिखा है. यू आर राइट.
सर इसमें स्टेटमेंट में ये मिनिस्टर्स होल्ड द ऑफिस टिल दे एंजॉय कॉन्फिडेंस इन द पार्लियामेंट.
ठीक है, तो वो रॉन्ग होगा फिर.
सर लेकिन ऑप्शंस में ऐसा कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है. 1 and 2 है, 3 है और
यूपीएससी का
इसीलिए वो सही है. ये क्वेश्चन बस इसीलिए सही था क्योंकि ऑप्शन में नहीं था.
हाँ ठीक है, वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना कि यू हैव टू टेक योर डिसीजन हाउ द यूपीएससी इज व्हाट यू कैन से फ्रेमिंग द ऑप्शन. अगर सपोज यूपीएससी ने ऐसे फ्रेम किया होता जहां पे अगर सिर्फ 1 ओनली अगर होता तो आप उसको सही मार्क करते. तो यूपीएससी को यही एक्सपेक्टेड है कि अगर आपको लग रहा है कि अगर यहाँ पर कुछ एम्बिग्विटी है तो जो सही ऑप्शन लग रहा है उसको मार्क करना है.
ओके सर.
ठीक है, चलिए
सर.
हाँ बोल प्रमोद, फास्ट. वी हैव लेफ्ट विथ 4 minutes ओनली. यस
सर, लोकपाल बाबत प्रश्न आहे. सर लोकपाल नियुक्तीमध्ये सर पंतप्रधानांना लोकपाल कक्षेच्या बाहेर ठेवायचा निर्णय झालेला आहे. त्याच्यानुसार लोकपालची नियुक्ती केलेली आहे आणि पंतप्रधान त्याच्या बाहेर आहेत. सर सुप्रीम कोर्टचे जजेस किंवा निवडणूक आयुक्त हे पण काउन्सिल ऑफ मिनिस्टरच्या सल्ल्याने प्रेसिडेंट आणि ते वेळ प्रसंगी प्रेसिडेंट पण सुप्रीम कोर्टाचा सल्ला घेऊ शकतात आणि प्रेसिडेंटच्या इलेक्शनची तयारी इलेक्शन कमिशन ऑफ इंडिया पण करू शकतो सुद्धा. पण सर लोकपालची नियुक्ती पण प्रेसिडेंट मार्फत काउन्सिल ऑफ मिनिस्टरने यांच्या सल्ल्यानेच होती. मग सर प्राईम मिनिस्टर एक ऍडवायझरी बॉडी होते आणि अपॉइंट करणारे प्रेसिडेंट असतात. मग तरी पण ह्यांची प्राईम मिनिस्टरला लोकपालच्या कक्षेबाहेर का ठेवले सर?
नाही, त्याचं एक कारण हे आहे बिकॉज प्राईम मिनिस्टर हा एक म्हणजे एक मोठा पद असतो देशाचा आणि जर प्राईम मिनिस्टरला जर चौकशी जर सुरू झाली, त्याच्या विरोधात जर चौकशी होत असेल एका बॉडीच्या समोर, तर ते राजकीय स्थिरतेसाठी चांगलं नसतो. हा एक महत्वाचं कारण होता. आणि दुसरं महत्वाचं कारण म्हणजे काय की जरी ऑल्दो प्राईम मिनिस्टर इज अन ऍडवाइज प्राईम मिनिस्टर what you can say is the chairman of the appointment body of the Lokpal, right? So the prime minister himself what you can say gives the name of the Lokpal which is appointed by the president, and obviously the person who takes a decision about the appointment of what you can say the Lokpal, can he be questioned by the body which he himself has appointed? So what was the argument behind is that the obviously the person who has become Lokpal, he may not be able to what you can say inquire against the prime minister in a free and fair manner. So that is why the prime minister has not been what you can say included under the what you can say the ambit of the Lokpal where he can be inquired against him. Got it? So ते एक कारण आहे त्याच्या पाठीमागचं.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I hope all of you are finishing your all the topics which I'm giving to you on time. Yes, Gitanjali, many of them left. Gitanjali, I can't ask everyone personally. So if I can just request you all of you to finish the topics in time. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Yes, sir. I have done the revision.
Okay. Any doubts?
So-
Gitanjali, you are not joining on time. Yesterday also you have joined lately. So please make sure that you are joining I can say immediately so that you can get the benefits of the doubts of other students as well. Fine, because discussions
Yes, sir.
helps a lot in understanding what you can say the demand of the question. Fine. Check it.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sure.
What about you, Bagisha? Have you finished all the topics which are given to you?
Yes, sir.
Check. Chaliye. So we are left with only 1 minute. So we will end this session, and in the next session we will be discussing few questions of the previous exam, and we will be discussing the today's revision plan, the topics which I have given to you today, right? So today is the last day where you have to finish all the topics. Tomorrow I have given you for the revision, and if you have like left some of the topics which I've given to you in this complete week, then you can what you can say you can revise it or you can finish it in tomorrow. And Sunday, if you want, if you can read it out, or it's better to take a off on Sunday. Like it's always better to take a break while you are studying, like once in a week at least. So you can take a break on Sunday, and Monday I will be what you can say taking a 50 question test, and that questions will be, as I told you earlier, that it will be as per the recent what you can say the trends of the UPSC trend. Yes, Zainab, just try to finish it before the meeting ends. Yes, Zainab, quick. Zainab, you have any doubt? You have raised hand.
No, sir.
No, right. Okay. Okay. So I'm ending the session here. We'll continue by using the same link again. So just join it again by using the same link.